What's up, people? It's Thursday. I don't really know what time it is. I think it's somewhere around 1 o'clock, but I'm just guessing. I'm off today, finally. After working, I think I worked 3 weeks in a row, 3 full weeks, which, yeah, boo-hoo, right? I mean, most people always do that, but I work part-time, and working full-time for 3 weeks was a big change. After working part-time for a long time, especially with my job, I have a quite intensive job. And it just requires a lot of energy, a lot of thought, a lot of troubleshooting, and kind of a lot of stress, to be honest with you. A lot of work on a lot of high-end systems that are crucial and important for hospitals and doctors' offices, patients' records, their medical records and stuff are involved. Lots of HIPAA laws and bullshit, and everything's got to be done right. Nothing can be lost. You know how it is. It's just like sensitive information. It's things that always need fixed now that people can't go without, Like, it could be literally affecting people's care that they're receiving. And it ain't usually easy. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I'll say. Sometimes it's easy. I like it. I like when it's easy. Like, sometimes I can fix their fucking issue in minutes, even seconds. It's just like, easy one. Hope they're all like that. But no. A lot of times, it can be like trying to figure out a fucking Rubik's Cube or something, man. I don't know, it's just like constant puzzles keep coming at you. You gotta keep figuring them out. It uses a lot of my, energy. It's takes a lot of fucking energy. You get exhausted just from thinking. Tell you, when you do 8 hours plus of intense fucking thinking like that, man, even if you're just sitting in a chair, you're fucking tired. Way more tired than I've ever gotten at a physical job. Although I was a lot younger when I did those physical labor, when I worked on farms and stuff. But I did hard work all day long. You get tired, but not the same, man. It's just like exercise. It's just like physical exercise. If anything, it almost gives me more energy after working out hard. But not thinking like that. Not to the point where your fucking head just feels heavy and hurts. Or you get headaches. And literally, I can't think about the things you want to think about. Because you devote so much mental energy into focusing and solving these people's problems that you really got no much room left to process and think about all your own shit. I can literally end up feeling mush brained at the end of the day of work, where it's I can't fucking think. I feel stupid. I can barely remember my own name, my own social security number. It's my brain is just out of fuel. It's just running on empty. It's just spent. It's like a muscle, and it's got nothing left in it. But yeah, so that makes it very different to me to go full time at what I do versus many other possibilities. I think it would be that way for a lot of people, man. Imagine being a brain surgeon or something. You know what I mean? Or heart surgeon or something like that. If you work that many hours a week, if you got fucking 1 or 2 of them operations every day, hours and hours of being that focused, that things, especially when you can't make mistakes. there's an extra level of like stress that goes on top of something when you know you can't make a mistake. Like when there's no second chance, there's no do-over, there's no... That's different, man. It's a lot different than doing something where if you fuck up, okay, I'll get it better next time. There is no next time in certain scenarios, man. There is no. You fuck it up and it's fucked up, and it's no way, it's unrecoverable. There's no way to undo it. That's different, man. It's a different kind of stress to be under. But, I don't know. It's all a fucking illusion anyway. It is. It's all an illusion. This whole place is an illusion. And I find myself, like, loving it. Even though I know. It's like I know this is an illusion. I know this is prison. I know this is what people would consider hell. Like, this is hell. This place is evil. Everything here consumes each other. It eats. This is the land of tooth and claw. I mean, look around. How obvious could it not be that this is the land of tooth and claw? Even we have them. As people, we have claws and teeth. And we eat other living things. This place is horrible. You come out here in the middle of the night, and it's fucking horrible. There's just things eating each other, killing each other, cries and screams. It's just, this is not ideal. Like if you imagine that the universe contains every possibility, like everything, like every world possible, every reality possible, like if it contains everything, this is not. This place is pain, man. The very concept of staying alive here, it sounds evil and painful. Like to eat other living things, to consume them, to bring, like, for you, to live. It's dog eat dog. It's a dog eat dog world. Like it is. It's just the truth. It's undeniable. It is undeniable. To think anything else is just like pulling the wool over your eyes, man. I know that ain't what people want to hear. It's not popular at all. People want to hear that this is great, and it's all you, and you can do what you want, and it's all in your mind, and you can make it good. I mean, and that's partially true, because your mind is powerful. I mean, you can learn to enjoy this. You could and technically enjoy this. I mean, you can. I have. You can. But at what cost, man? And is it real? And people like to hear that shit, man. People like to hear anything that gives them some kind of hope of escaping this fucking misery. Anything but the truth. Anything but saying that it's them. Like anything that's saying, like, my soul, my cell, my prison, they want to blame anything outside of themselves that they can. There's people controlling them. There's people, manipulating their minds, and their minds are creating this and this, and like it's like they're willing to say, like, yeah, everything is evil, but because they're never willing to look that it could be them, that it's them. Look, they're just not willing. That's not what they want to hear. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear that, somehow that they're good, and this is all, everything else is evil, and they can overcome it, and this, and like, they don't. I mean, I get it. I do. I get it. It's what I want to hear too. It's what you want to hear. Of course. How many people really think about it, man? How many people really consider the possibility that it's them? That they're actually in a prison, that they're in their own hell. This is a mirror, a reflection. This is them. And it ain't gonna get any better, and it ain't gonna change, because it's the truth. Like it is. It's you. This is it. This is you. There's no escaping yourself. There's no way out of yourself. There is nothing else. It's just you. It's always you. And I mean always. It's all you. There is nothing else. It's just you. Everything that appears to be happening outside of you is an illusion. It's your mind. It's like the mind plays tricks on you. The mind controls you. The mind is always looking for a way out, right? What do you mine? You mine gold. Gold is the end. It's the way out. It's always looking for a goal, for an ending, for an exit, for a finish. It's one, to win, one. Mind is bound. It's love. Bound by what it loves, which is a connection. Love is a connection. You're connected to something, you're bound to it. You're connected to it. You're stuck. That's why jail is the same word as love. They originate from the same word. The mind and the heart are stuck. Together. They've become one. They're as one. I don't know. Got so many things in my head, like these videos I make, right? Like I know not many people watch them or pay attention to them. I have a few people I know that like watch every one of them, but there's only a handful. So it's like, but I don't want to stray from just telling what I believe is the truth, from what I observe, because it's usually not my opinion. It's just observed. I don't like to stray from what I can observe, and I don't want to make shit up. And I tell you, my mind, the way my mind works now, the way I know words, it's easy, man. Like a lot of these, I see these like fads go through things like the YouTube and I assume TikTok and stuff too, because I see it on X, on Twitter. I honestly don't use TikTok. I've never installed it before. I don't have it. I don't have Instagram. I think I did sign up to the Instagram when it was new, but I only did it for like one day and never used it again. So I don't use these, but I see the fads and I see them trickle over into the YouTube. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. And I see the trends go through, and I look at these videos and I'm like, oh yeah, like I could add so much to that. Like I could go on and on and on and on and on about these things, especially the newest ones everybody's in about thinking. Everybody's starting to think that they can create, somehow create their own reality. It's the big thing. And they think that there's this huge conspiracy that somehow something at the top of the world is so coordinated and in sync that like all media and this and everything is like programmed them to, When I can see, it in the words that go back as far as until, language evolved from or started, as far back as I can find. And it fits in all words, and it fits through every language. Like, it doesn't matter which language you use, it seems everything seems to always hold true. The dual meanings, the other picture you can see of this reality. And I don't know, man. It just doesn't jive. I don't see how men could ever pull off that feat. It is too complicated. Like, it is too, like the way the Bible is written, and the Quran, and the way it relates to language, and the way every movie, every song, every hit, anything, like, is this theme. Like, it doesn't seem, it would be a very hard, I just don't understand how somebody could do it. I don't believe that men could pull it off. It seems beyond that to me. That seems to be an ingrained part of where we are. The way that works. Like, there is a repeating story or theme here that is written in everything, and the truth is written, like, it's in plain sight everywhere. And it's sort of fractal, so you can kind of see it in everything, like literally in everything. I don't think a man could do that, could create that, could plan that. I don't. That's me. That's an opinion, so, but I don't think so. I don't believe that there's evil people controlling the world. I believe there's evil people in the world for sure, and I believe lots of people that are really wealthy and have lots of power are definitely corrupted and using it, but I don't think it's quite the same as what people think. Like, I don't think they're that smart, man. I don't think they're any different than you and me. I think they're in the same hell, prison. They're the same. They're in the same boat. I don't think they're doing it. I mean, a lot of them are doing it. Everybody's doing it because, yeah, it's like the dance. Everybody's doing the dance, man. I really don't believe it's intentional. I honestly believe, when I listen to a lot of people, famous people talk about how they wrote lyrics to a song or something, I don't think that they intended it or even understand, a lot of them, the story that they're telling or repeating. I don't think they're in on it. Maybe some are. Maybe some get it and see it, some get deeper meaning in it, but I really don't think the majority of them do. I also don't believe that we can create much of anything. I believe you can influence what you get out of life. That's it, and there's no guarantees. I don't believe there's any guarantees. Everything's a gamble, and there's always chance, and a lot of everything is always left up to other people, other circumstances, other things. It's just observable truth. It doesn't matter what the fuck you think. It does matter what you do. I mean, you can try really hard to become whatever you want, do or accomplish whatever you want, but you may fail. There ain't no guarantee. It's always a gamble. It's always a risk. And there are things that are out of your control and beyond your control. Plenty of them. You can't control everything. I mean, if you thought you could control everything, that's like a Definitely a control freak. It's like a narcissist train of thought to think you can control everything. Like to simplify it all, like, oh yeah, it's just all, I can just, you know. No. Not here, anyway. That may even be true somewhere. Maybe we are creators. I see a lot about it. I see a lot written in the story and in the word about creating and how we create. And your mind does play an influence. I mean, your mind is first you put in the thought and then you put it into action. You know what I mean? So, and living a good life, definitely, you know, and doing what most people consider positive actions does tend to pay off positively. Like I said, it's not guaranteed. And there are many things that you just can't change. They're out of your control. I mean, there just are. Everybody's born different, has different DNA, looks different, maybe treated different. I mean, there's lots of people that are born with really bad disabilities and handicaps. And these people aren't creating that with their mind. They're not doing that, man. Some of them come out of the womb that way. They weren't being manipulated yet. You know, they're not influenced. They're not. That's a brand new baby. It's already there. Like that comes right out that way. You know. Imagine being them and then thinking like, oh man, that's me. Like people telling you that you can change that. Tell you what though, like I said, I think it'd be easy. I could easily put in big lists of words and examples and point out crazy things that to jump on that fad, that bandwagon of telling people they're creating their, you know. But it just ain't. It just isn't. I can't. It ain't. It's fake. It's telling people what they want to hear. They don't want to hear that they're fucking repaying a debt. Like if that was the truth. You don't want to hear if you were in some kind of fucking illusion, some kind of virtual prison maybe. They don't want to just humble themselves and, you know. I don't know. Everybody's ego wants to think that they can, you know. You know what I mean. I don't think so. I've thought so before. I've tried hard. Very hard. The harder you try, the worse you'll fail. I find that things work out best for me when I just go with the flow and take things as they come. Seriously. Take whatever is given to me and just try to be grateful and realize how much worse it can be. There's always somebody that has everything, and no matter what, it seems like there's always someone you can think of that's got it worse. So for me, that keeps it easy to stay grateful. I mean, not easy, but you see what, you know what I mean. It helps. It's really not that easy. It's not. I think it's okay to get angry. Especially when something isn't fair. Sometimes really things just aren't fair. Like I said, they're not. Sometimes things are just, you have no control. And sometimes things just aren't fair. And I think that's a valid reason to be angry. But it doesn't change anything. It doesn't do anything. So, you know, I think for me that makes it easier to not stay angry for very long. You know, like something's like, it got me mad. I can recognize that. I see that because I'm mad. I know why it's making me mad. I think it's okay. You know, I think that there's some validity there. Like it's, you know, yeah. Didn't really seem fair. I'm mad about it. Won't change anything though. So I'm not going to dwell on it. You know, it's kind of the gist of it for me. And it's probably my fault anyway, honestly. When I really look at it. Well, at the same time, this sounds a little contradictory. Well, I believe you don't really have any control over the positive outcomes, for sure. Like I said, I think you do have influence. It's different. Influence is different than actually having control of it. You able to influence it, for sure, by actions. But I believe most of the negative that comes your way is somehow related to the same thing. So you're also influencing that. So it's like it's also you. But they can also happen, things beyond your control. So I don't know though. Sometimes I feel like I need to go deeper than that. Like it's just all you, as in me and you. It's just all me. All of it. Like everything happening. Like if that was true, I mean, then this is just the truth, and this is just reality. If you're just trapped inside of yourself, you can't escape yourself. So it would be eternity, it'd be forever, like kind of like a definition of hell, right? Like it's eternity. I don't really hear much about heaven being for eternity when you make it there. It's always stressed that like hell is forever, but for some reason heaven seems temporary. I don't know why, but in my mind it just does. Like maybe you can achieve it sometimes. But there's something to it. Like I don't feel like you can change something unless you can realize the truth of it. Like if it was you, like say if it's just you creating literally everything, every aspect of reality, then what could you change? Because that would already be the truth. Like if it's just a reflection of you, it's already the truth. You can't change anything. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't, any change would just be a lie. You see what I'm saying? Like if you were doing it and didn't realize it, then you would be getting the truth. Like you'd be getting everything that's like real from you. And then if you realized you were doing it, you could try to manipulate it, right? And lie. Whereas before, if you were doing it like a subconsciously without thinking about it, it would have just been the truth. So changing anything about it would just be a lie. Trying to manipulate it in any way, or trying to change your reality or shape like that would just be a lie. Just not doing anything and just going with it would just be the truth. Just be how it is what it is. You just observe it. You be the observer, right? Instead of the creator, the doer, the participant. There's something to that, to just being the observer, to see the truth. And that really does make sense to me. I'm trying to manipulate that in any way. Like with consciously manipulated would just be trying to impose a lie. If it was true, it would just already be. And if it became true, if you somehow changed, which maybe you people can change, right? If something changed you, then it would just naturally change. The truth would be that. The truth is always going to be whatever the truth is. Anything else is a lie. And the truth is, I've let myself get out of shape this last few months, so I'm going to try and do some pull-ups. So, peace out, people.